Greetings, my name is Eric Teixeira, and welcome to the third installment of On the Road, the web series that follows my adventures as I attempt spend 1 year as a traveling musician, aptly named On the Road. This week I arrived at my second destination, South Florida. I started the week in Austin, Texas, connecting with my good friends Phil, Megan, Marcus, and the Rigby family over at Corona Cafe. We spent a little time catching up and setting up more extensive plans for when I get back to Austin in a couple of weeks. And after a few days, on early Thursday morning, I began the 2-day drive to the Florida Renaissance Festival. After an oil change, tire rotation, and many hours on the road, I stopped in Mobile, Alabama to rest in a cheap hotel. The next day, I made the long journey down to the tip of Florida, where I met with my hosts, Misty Bernard and Billy Miller. I performed with their band Hooligan and Cantiga, an early music group that shares a stage with Misty and Billy. Saturday was marred with rains, but was but we had some great shows and a captive audience that stayed in our tent to avoid the rains. On Sunday, I visited with Patricia Vernon, a friend and fan that first saw me perform while visiting her daughter back in New Mexico a few years ago. And the theme of this week was Voyage to the East, and my Middle Eastern stylings seemed to blend well with the musicians that I joined. I had a really great time. This week, I actually ended up staying in the performers camp and made some tips for performing. And although I wasn't under contract, I felt very welcome as a guest performer. And I had a lot of fun and I had so much fun I ended up staying an extra week in Florida, and I'll have more of my adventures from Florida for you next week. If you enjoyed this video, press the like button below. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Twitter or Facebook. Once again, my name is Eric Teixeira, and I'll see you next week on the road.